Hey everyone, Buying Customs, I'm Steve. Thanks for tuning in. I don't really know what I'm gonna do now. I got the cabin primer now. So I don't know if, well, I gotta talk to Andrew that owns the cab. Maybe we'll go over to his house and start cutting the cab off the Duramax and getting that all prepared and ready for this cab. But at this point right now, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. I cleaned the shop up a little bit. You can see back there, there's like a line where there's still red paint or red dust from this paint that got stripped off. Probably next spring, I'll get all that cleaned out of here. So today I just been cleaning the shop up, trying to get things organized again, trying to figure out what I want to work on next. Yeah. This is kind of strange. I guess when I figure out what it is I'm going to cover next, we will gather together for that adventure. So I got some cleaning done in here. That was one thing I ended up deciding to do, and so I figured for this video, we're going to get back on the 78, the giveaway truck. I have a tailgate that I need to get working, the handle and the pins that hold it up on or the latch that holds it up on the bed, or when you close it. So I want to get those working, and I want to try and get the bed on the cart that I have over here and get the sides stripped down, and any body repair that needs to be done, get that done. I'll show you what I do have so far. I have kind of started on the truck on the side. I haven't videoed any of it or anything, but here's one side. I got it down to bare. Let me get this cart out of the way. So I got it down to bare metal most of the way. The bottom parts here, the bottom part over here, I still need to get stripped down. And this one here looks like it's got a big bow like this in it, so I got to get that all straightened out and everything. This corner here, I'm going to order some patch panels, because let's see if it shows it right here. This is bad. I don't want to try making one of these, and it's all dented here. So I want to go ahead and get that replaced. This did have, if you go back on my other videos, at some point somebody decided they want to take this regular bed and put dually fenders on it, so it had holes in it. I got those filled. It's really dirty right now because it's got all the dust from the Lodestar on it, but you can tell it's down to bare metal. I also want to, this is a different year box than what this truck has, because the truck didn't originally come with these gas doors on them. Just came with a little hole right there. So I want to try and make a panel or whatever to get that hole back so it looks original. I still have S10, a section of S10 door, and the S10 door seems to have the same curvature as this has. So it should, hopefully I'll cut a square out of it, or something like that to patch in there. And I want to do the same thing on this side. This side's got a gas door on it as well. right here that they screwed it shut, but I want to go ahead and just shave that right off of there. Delete that. Got holes still here. Got to get fixed. Got to get this stripped down. I'm sure that I'm sure there's some sort of body work that's going to have to be done on this here. So let's at least get it started on and getting it on that cart, and then after it's on the cart, then I'll get it stripped down so I can see what I'm working with, and we'll go from there. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put you in hyperdrive and get this done. We're gonna back things up a little bit. That bed, I am not gonna get off by myself on this cart. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait till I can get some friends to help me lift that up and put it on a cart, or bring in my gantry or something to lift that bed up. So I guess what I'll end up doing now is I'm gonna get the tailgate that I have and get that tore down, cleaned up, and hopefully working. Thought I was gonna save this tailgate, but I don't think there's much there to save. I mean, it's got a bunch of rust repair that needs to be done. This thing's frozen up. It's got so much pressure in it. There's a 1/4 inch bondo right there, probably. Well, maybe a little less, about a 1/4 inch probably. I'll dust it out, dust it out. Man. Well, it looks like I may end up buying a new, another tailgate for this truck. I guess I'll just have to see when I get more into it, I guess. Because I'm going to keep going with it. I'm going to see how bad this is. If this isn't that bad where I can just weld in a piece right here, get rid of all this rust right here. On the back side, it was all rusted out. I guess I better start looking for a new tailgate. Well, I guess I'm gonna get this cleaned up, get my tools taken care of, and go from there. You can tell this is already pretty rusted down here on the back side of it. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off. Something is rattling around in here and I wanna know what it is. Probably just an acorn or something from a squirrel or a mouse or something. But hyperdrive, let's cut this off. Just trying to keep busy on work that I got in the shop and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and strip this side down. Obviously the tailgate is no good to me. So next thing I'm gonna do is just go ahead and strip this down. At least I'm doing something. It's always a good thing, keep for progress. Just keep moving ahead and doing something. If you don't have parts, do something, strip paint. Anyways, I'm gonna put you in hyperdrive and just strip this paint. find my mask. It's just an N95 mask, but I'm gonna find that, put that on. And if this isn't your guys' cup of tea to watch this paint stripping and everything, feel free to fast forward through this. I understand completely. The last part of that hyperdrive, if you notice, I had a hammer on here. All I was doing was just hitting where they drilled holes in the bed for those dually fenders. All I did was I hit them down because like right here, it feels like it raised one side. So I just tapped it down, but now I'm gonna go ahead and weld over. Oh, well, actually, I should probably get the rest of the paint out from around them holes. Hold on just a second. All right, so I got all the paint cleared out of them. Now I'm gonna go through and fill them up with weld. I'll grind them down and go from there. So they're not quite full of weld yet. Oops. I'm just trying to build them up a little bit, and then I'll kind of give it the beans to fill it all in. All right, give them just a couple seconds to cool down a little bit. Not too many surprises on this, other than there's a dent right here that I wasn't expecting. Just a little one, no big deal. But there's a lot of surface rust. Looks like they had stripped it down at one point and painted over it and didn't take care of the surface rust or something to that effect. So I'll have to take care of that before I put primer and stuff on it. All right, I think it's ready. maybe okay. Let me get these ground down, and then I'll bring you back. Got these all filled in for this part of the panel. Now I'm going to go over it, make it all somewhat uniform using my Harbor Freight surface contouring tool. I'm not sponsored by Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight, if you want to sponsor me, get in touch with me. ValiantCustom777@gmail.com. Shameless plug, isn't it? All right. Let me put you guys in hyperdrive. This thing's kind of loud. I want to get my earplugs anyways. Banging away at this bedside. There's a little, I don't know what you want to call it here. And then there's a little whoop-de-doo right in here, a little sunk in a little bit. I'll have to get it on my cart and go from the back side. And then I already fixed this part, but oh, let me back you up a little bit. All right, so I already fixed this part. Not perfect, but it's a little lumpy. It was a lot lumpy in here, but it's better now. This is all dented in right here. Probably gonna go ahead and buy a section that's got this little lip right here and just go ahead and replace this little, whoops, there's a little, probably out like this. Replace that section. I believe there's a section to replace this part here, which I may end up doing, I'm not sure. And then I don't want to get too carried away with this end back here because I know they make a section for here. It actually, I think, comes up to about right here. Oh man, too bad it didn't go up higher. If it goes up higher, I'll be able to get rid of all this little rippledness here, the indentations and stuff here, the lumpiness. So I don't want to get too carried away with that yet. I'm gonna check out how much all that stuff is for this over here. I'm gonna have to go back over it again with my surface thing because it's starting to get surface rust on it. I didn't do the bottom half, just the top half of it. I got to do the top rail yet. So anyways, I just wanted to bring you guys up to date on it. I've been a little busy lately, so I haven't been able to get out here quite as much. I guess that's where I'm going to leave it for tonight, and I'll bring you back tomorrow and see what we can do. Seems we're running out of time on this video. I want to get some of this paint out of here, out of these holes right here, so that I can, this one I'm not going to worry about because this section may be getting replaced anyways, but this one and this one I want to get the paint off of there and get those welded up and ground down. Then at some point we're going to cut this part here, this gas tank, this gas filler door off or out, because we're gonna put another piece in there, and yeah, we're gonna shave that off of there. So I guess let's go ahead and get this done. Some people say that you should epoxy primer your panel before you put your filler on or anything. I've always done it like this. I mean, I've done it both ways with primer or like I'm doing now. And it didn't really seem to make any difference really on how things ended up going. So I guess just kind of do it however you feel you want to do it, and let it go, let it ride. Like I said though, I've never had any issues with doing it like this. Just spread it on and then primer over it. I'm mainly just kind of putting this filler on here so that my welds are filled and they won't rust in the little crevices and everything. Also sometimes, well, a lot of times, I didn't with this batch, but a lot of times I'll put fiberglass resin in my fiberglass filler. Makes it run. It seems to make it smoother, or run out smoother and everything. Like right now, it just seems kind of thick, and it's. Or if I had the resin in it, it would just lay out just super smooth. Okay, so guess I pretty much got all the spots that I welded and everything. And it appears to be decent. And we'll go from, after it dries, we'll see what kind of mess we got after that. I am, however, running out of time to get this video out. So the next video will be smoothing this all out. Hopefully I'll have some patch panels I can put in, or this door, I might get the door out of it and shave that so it's all nice and smooth. Sorry that this wasn't I guess as in-depth or anything like or as exciting of an adventure like Lodestar. But I got to keep going. I mean, whatever I have in the shop is what I got to work on. This might be the last video for a little while, because I want to put it up and get my 62 out and start working on that a little bit for the winter. So at this point here, I'm at the end of the video, and I guess I'm just going to say thank you for subscribing. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. Thank you for watching, and God bless, and I will catch you on the next one.